Hello to YouTube, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the game room. Today we're going to do some more Minion Masters content on the channel. So you say I did a video for Minion Masters before, but it wasn't to the best quality because I was new to using Streamlabs and I didn't quite get the audio balance during the game correct. It was fine when I was just commentating on the game, but during the game I couldn't hear my commentary over the audio of the game. Anyway, so today we're going to do some more Minion Masters. We're going to basically show most of my guild conquest. I already tried to record the first one, but it didn't happen quite as I wanted, so I'm going to try again. So basically I'm going to record from here and we're going to show you what happens. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the game. And before as people get into it, I'm going to shout out to my guild in Minion Masters. We're called We Are Barry, for those that don't know. So basically Minion Masters is a tower defense game. It is basically comprised of people, but you're trying to take out the opposing player's tower, or players, depending on what you're doing, and in which case you do that. So each one, so the way this differs from games like Clash Royale is they're both based on cards. Though you make a deck of cards. Each deck of cards you associate with a master. So these are all the different characters. So we've got Valorant, Volko, Apep, Morelia, Ravager, Miloin. I like the Miloin skin. Ravager, Diana, Mordor, Setsu, RATBO, and Rekt. So those are all the characters. So now we're going to go into a bit about the deck I'll be playing. So today I'm going to be playing my RATBO deck, which I've been playing for a while now. So this is my favourite deck. So how Minion Masters works, for those that don't know how Minion Masters works. So it's a tower defense game. The aim is to take out the opposing player's towers. In this you have a deck of cards, which is like Magic. It's collectible, though, unfortunately, so you basically have to get the cards to the thing. But like once you've got access to the cards, and I'd say it's reasonably free to play friendly as opposed to some of the other games. So how do you play these cards in your hand? So basically there's a bar in the middle which shows you a resource and it tells you a number. Once you get the number, so each card in your deck has a cost associated with in the top right hand corner. And when it gets to that amount, you can play the card by putting it into play, and you can target them. Some of them are like spells, some are units, some can only attack basically ranged minions, some are ground-based minions, some have long range, some have short range, and certain things are like spells. Anyway, so that's how you play the cards in the game. So we're going to be playing in team mode today, which is going to be me and someone else. We're playing in random teams as well. We're going to be playing against another team, so they won't be able to have the same master as me, but the game knows that when you're queuing into it. So they will be with someone who has a different master than you, and we'll be playing against another team. Basically, so how the experience works in Minion Masters, though, is for some people that don't know. So this game has you generate experience in the game. It's not just passive. You have to play actively to get the experience. The way you get the experience points in this game is by grabbing the bridges. If you take control of, there's two bridges, a top lane and a bottom lane. If you gain control of these bridges, you gain what's called experience, and the experience contributes to your perks, which are based different for each master. So RATBO's is called more Daka, which enables him to shoot things, and it based on the number of minions you control. And eventually you go through perk 1, perk 2 and perk 3, and then you get to what's called mana frenzy, which basically means all your mana is basically doubled effectively and you can spam minions and you win. Anyway, we'll go into some gameplay. We'll show you a bit more in detail. Anyway, wish me luck. I'll probably do 3 games maybe, and then I'll show you some other stuff opening which is associated with the new season. Anyway, oh yeah, I nearly went into singles by mistake. Anyway, wish me luck. We'll see how it goes. My name is Matthew, if you haven't seen the channel before. I also do magic and video game content. I mean, you can say this has got some between the two games. Right, so we're playing with Summon Mordor. Mordor is basically a thing that makes a load of large minions, and then they get their perk is what's called tombstones, and they basically reanimate things for value based on how long the tombstone's been out. Anyway, so we're going to see a lot of Stout Heart minions because this is the season of Stout Heart, effectively. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, they basically gain the bridges. We're seeing how we can. So this is a healing one, so it basically heals them, but we've got some DPS. I'm going to take the bottom bridge because I feel the top one is looking good. Alright. We're playing against Diana and Volko. So Diana's perk is basically involving various trap cards. So this is like a crossbow trap, for instance. Play the thing, protect the sniper. So the sniper basically is another way which gives you experience in the game. It generates EXP for each thing it kills. This game is looking pretty good already. We've got a reasonably early lead. We've grabbed the bridges. So that reanimation from my teammate on the tombstone didn't get great value off it, but we're looking okay in this one, I would say. This is the So it's worth bearing in mind the air units don't grab the bridges, so that this Harbinger my teammates played won't grab the bridges, so I'm basically aiming to support it. And they've just played a load of small minions, which is not great against. Anyways, I'll support it with. Anyway, I'm getting used to the right amount of commentary and stuff on these gameplay videos. I'm also trying to do the commentary and gameplay at the same time. I'm not believing in playing and adding the commentary later. I'll be doing the gameplay as I go, so we get more a live kind of reaction to it. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. This thing is effectively can slow the minions down. The range on the sniper is really quite large. So I've just used Volko's usually its perk, which is burn the bridge, which enables you basically does damage to everything that's currently on the bridge. Some of the red grenades are there. So I've been playing Minion Masters now. What will I be going to be saying? I'm going to be playing about 3 years plus, I think. I have like nearly like 600 plus hours on the game. I'm okay at the game. I'm not the best player, but like I do all right. I get to like. I can get to between Diamond and Master normally each season. So we're at perk 3 currently, which is like looking good. So we're basically looking like eventually we get to Mana Frenzy, and then we should be golden. My teammate's just got his large tombstone, which basically is the big Mordor perk. Yeah, kind of busy week this week. In the UK, it's quite hot. Let me say, I've been basically struggling with the temperature. It's been too hot, uncomfortably warm. It was one of the warmest days of the year. Normally I play with the fans on, but like I can't really have the fans on and do the gameplay at the same time. So I've got them off for this. Anyway. So this I'm going to summon now. So this is building. So this basically starts dealing damage. It's a scrap, what's called the scrap launcher. It basically it will start shooting directly towards the opponent player's tower, or can be good on the tombstones. Like 600, it's looking fairly good at the moment. Yeah, we're in Mana Frenzy now, so it's looking like we probably will be alright, because I can just basically play my minions out as quick as possible. Not really concerned with placement or anything. Eventually there'll be enough of them to reach critical mass, and it'll basically be... And we'll... Okay, so that was game 1. We won game 1. Alright, so we'll do, say, 3 games, and then we'll show you some of my openings for the season tokens. I just got a key, so it's based on, so various masters have various things associated with it. So if you play with any of these 3 masters, you can, if you get 15 keys at random, you get something. It's just a reward system. I've unlocked, for instance, this one, it's just gold, but all gold. Gold enables you to buy things in the in-game shop and various things. That's a battle chest. I'll show you a bit about the season pass in a minute. Right, so we'll just go straight into the next game. I'm going to play this deck today. I might play a different deck on another day. I'll probably just oh, I can't do that while I'm searching. Okay, so I'll do that in a minute. Anyways, so other games I'm playing at the moment, I assume just Starfield just came out. I'm going to do a video on Starfield later, probably later in the week. I mean, I've been slightly disappointed with Starfield as there doesn't really have an in-game mini-map as such, and I think most people's disappointment with it will be due to the lack of in-game mini-map. I'm also beginning to doing some magic video later in the week. I'm going to be cracking some Wilds of Eldraine packs. Okay, so I'm playing with my teammate is playing as Milloine. I do like the Milloine skin as well. Anyway, I wish them good luck. Have fun. So the mascot in the game is the pup, which is a fictitious thing they invented for the game. It's like the Chocobo equivalent from Final Fantasy. So my teammate is playing a Crystal Elf deck, basically, so it's like a load of elves. They have various abilities on it due to... they're called Mana Surge. So they've played... they're not very strong, the elves. They do die quite easy, so... I'm just going to play the Sniper, and they play the healing thing. One of my friends is playing another game, Smite. This is one of the biggest things in the area. We're just going to summon this here to put a stop to it. So you can see my cards at the bottom corner and my teammates in the upper corner as well. We're playing against another Setsu and who's the other one? I can't remember, my mind goes. Anyway. Yes, you're going to be seeing a lot of stout arms this season because each season has its own like theme associated with it. As I say, the development team on this game are quite good with new cards. They give you quite a few. You get like 2 new cards each month, which is better than some games already. So you get like normally 2 new cards. One is normally a legendary and one is like another rarity. Good. Burn the bridge is coming down from the Volco, we've already seen that earlier. Need to slow that thing down in the top lane for sure. Bolt came in from my teammate. large red coming out from the opponents. Corsair in the top lanes. The problem Corsair dealt with. This is the other thing, sort of thing now. Can we stabilize? Didn't win that one. Anyway, that's so we'll go into another game. Let's see how it goes. Game 3, 1-1 currently. Let's see how we go. So how the guild conquest works, for those that haven't played the game, is basically that you play effectively until you either get 6 wins or 3 losses. Each of the guild things go into a pot, and you get an overall total, and you get various things based on how well your guild do. You get various things, so everybody in the guild can contribute, and I recommend being in a guild. So they've played what is it, the berry flingers. Normally I play reasonably aggressive in this game. I like taking the bridges early and trying to keep them for most of the game. So they've basically effectively played 2 large things. Basically, they're ground-based minions. Hopefully the scrap things will take them out before the thing. Unfortunately, not. Anyway, now we're going to see. So my teammate has Gax in their hand, which is basically the thing. I'm playing this to stall for some time, and you see how it goes. Casting giant growth on it. Harkens back to the magic card. So yeah, so Gax is like a thing, it basically detonates when it explodes. It deals damage to most of the things on the screen, including the opposing player's tower. So my teammate has what's called mountain shape in the hand, so basically this gains charge for every so often, how long it's in your hand, up to X charge. So when it's fully charged, after what's it, how many seconds? 5 charges, so it's now got the full thing. So that basically clears the thing. Into the trap. keep reanimating the golems. The golems are a thing from the Mordor player. We'll see how it goes. Mountain's shape will force those things back and try and buy us some time to get some bridge control. We need to get these things down. Oh, one of my friends is on playing the game. So also worth bearing in mind, if you're looking for more gameplay of Minion Masters on YouTube, I recommend Bad as a Fish 80 because he's one of the best players in the game. He's been playing a long time for me. He's also around the corner from me. He lives up the road. I live in southeast England. He lives in Croydon. So I have also played with him and against him like twice. So the experience points in this game is looking thing. Yeah, the big tombstone needs to go for sure. But we do have the bridges. We're about to hit Mana Frenzy. We'll see if we can get to Mana Frenzy, because obviously if we get to Mana Frenzy, we're getting... Yeah, we're in Mana Frenzy now, so we should start to stabilise here and should hopefully close out the game. So I basically can start playing my minions quite quickly. So the rocket buggy has what's called scrap swarm, which basically means it has marksmanship. If I have X scraps in play, but basically it lights up on the taskbar. So basically, the various things light up on the taskbar if you have various bonus things that trigger. It just helps you to know that we've got this game anyway, so we're winning this one. That was game 2. Anyway, let's see how it goes. As you see, I'm going to try and do as much as I can. I'm not really sure how much this software. I'm using Streamlabs though, for people that don't know, to record the gameplay, so we'll see how much it can take. I'm going to carry on going anyway, so I'm currently at 2 and 1. Alright, let's go into another game. I mean, you can say that in this game there are various loads of different strategies you can try. So this deck is mainly focused on a lot of very small minions and various things, and then you say stuff like the Mordor deck focuses on a lot of large ones. Lots of Mordor. Mordor seems to be popular. I think it was. I used to play it quite a bit, but it got nerfed. They reduced. They changed various features of it, so it didn't work quite as well. So I stopped playing it as much. But I think it's still popular. It's like a reanimated deck in Magic. Anyway, we're playing against Volko again, which seems to happen. So this card has just got changed recently. I believe if it doesn't get shield, it doesn't replicate. It was a brand new card to last season. Now it's probably going to see slightly less play. Yeah, so my thing. So they're playing loads of very large minions in their deck, basically. So I'm basically going to try and support them and try and gain the bridges so we get the XP. Yeah, they've got various lots of large minions in it. So this is Bahara coming on our side. Bahara basically means it's basically like it delays, it basically stuns opposing minions when it comes into play. It's also a ranged minion, and basically it will come back effectively. So you can see it came back. So now we actually better if it dies in some circumstances, but like the tombstone things are based on a timer perk system, so they kind of delayed. There's a delay between them triggering. That's King Puff's perk. It's called the Trick Swap. It basically swaps the things at each bridge and basically means they get shield. Monkey pack kind of thing is going in the top lane. Protect the tombstone in the bottom lane. We both have snipers out and Jahoon, the large elemental thing in the top lane. Rage, which is like a spell that costs on it, means the minion's doing more damage. I'm not really sure what to do here. I probably need to swarm it effectively. Bahara comes down. There's a lot of similar cards in the Gold Cleaver. That was a good reanimation. Sorry if I use magic terms, so say I'm a magic player first and foremost, so quite a lot of this game looks like it's got various things that have been used basically from various TCGs anyway. Let's say I play a lot of TCGs. I mean, say it's worth bearing in mind, this is going to be downscaled quite a lot for YouTube. I'm playing this at 8K on my desktop. So, but like for YouTube, it's going to have to be downscaled. So it's going to be coming out at around 4K. Hopefully it's coming out, the quality's there anyway. So Maldred coming in. Alright. After what looks like the initial games, it's looking quite good for the start of the season anyway. We're looking like we're applying quite a lot of pressure here. All my teammates have been reasonably good so far. It's worth bearing in mind you can play one-on-one as well, and there's some various other modes. There's various different modes. There's like an adventure mode which you can play. There's also a draft mode, so you can draft like magic. I mean, say I'd recommend this to nearly anyone. And you say if you like any of those kind of games, like even if you like CCGs, it's worth trying this. There's quite a lot of things that they show in common. Anyway, that was game 3. Let's just see how much this software can go. Let's go for the full amount. Right, I'm trying to get 6 wins. I've got 3 wins currently. Let's see how it goes. I'm probably going to hit like platinum rank, I would think, in a minute. Alright, we're going to show you once I've either got to the requisite amount of wins, I'm going to round out the video by showing you a bit about the season pass and show you what I open with my season tokens, effectively. So for those in dispense, it's basically like a wheel. You spin the wheel based on the tokens and you get random payouts going from the common, uncommon to the legendaries. I mean, you say it's not bad. It's not that difficult to get all the things. So as I say, basically, once you start playing the game, you can get once you've got most of the collection, you can basically, as long as you get the season pass, you basically guaranteed to get all the new things on it. They give you 2 new cards a month. So after that, it's not too bad. And basically, these cards, they don't level based on experience or anything. They're just contributing to your guild season renown. So they don't level or anything. So they're basically the same regardless. So there's nothing advantage on that way. Good luck as always. We've played another Diana. Diana is quite popular. Apparently, it's quite a skill cap master though, so it's not really up my kind of style of play, to be honest. But let's say this is basically an illusionary whelp, so it basically doesn't do much. It just basically stalls and confuses them. It's designed. There's a series of illusionary things in the game. So that's the cleaver, which is one of the iconic things in the game. So he healed, seeing if that will take the damage before the thing goes. The cleaver, I'm supporting the cleaver. The cleaver died unfortunately, but the lane is looking okay. Right, so I'm going to play that. So that's a thing that will stun things, but it's not very high. It's very slow to strike. Alright, so I'm going to try and start with on the top lane now because the bottom lane is looking quite good. We've got the scrats, the flying scrats. So this is Scrat Tank and the Grenadier. So the Scrat Tank is like quite a high damage minion. The thing is though, it's quite slow to strike. You say they're deploying their stun things as well. So I'm probably going to deploy try and slow them down. So you split into 2 things. So the push on the bottom lane is going to be looking quite good. Maybe not. Cleavers have been dealt with, the Cardinals. So I mean, now we go back and start on the top lane. I'll just hold at the moment. I don't feel the need to do much. They've played the cloud thing. It's probably not getting anywhere. It's going to. So it casts basically chain lightning effectively when it is. Not getting a lot of damage in on that lane either. Alright, we'll see how it goes. So they've played a cleaver. The flying minion should be good against that. Just play some more of them. RATBOs. I keep forgetting to use the perk sometimes. Still looking quite good in this game though. Okay, so we've got double cleaver. So generally I say what they're doing with the game, most of it I would say is I'm quite positive towards. Some of the cards are definitely overdone though, and they have to reduce them in power, but they do balance the cards, or at least they try to balance the cards, unlike some other games. Anyway, we say I'm quite positive. It's by BetaDwarf though, but BetaDwarf have done a couple of other games. There's also, this is the 3rd game in the Minion Masters kind of universe after the other ones. I'll try and tell you what the other ones are in a minute once I remember their names. Forced and Forced Showdown are the other games. I keep your eyes open for those if you want to play those. So Forced Showdown is more like a twin stick shooter, and the other one I don't know how to describe it as. Anyways, say I recommend them both. They were quite good. Cleavers everywhere. You see, certain things are cards are very popular in this game, and others are certainly under this is like cleave is very popular. That card's just been buffed, I believe. I believe there's one more mana, one more rock. I mean, most of these games have been looking quite good so far anyway, so we're looking like we're going to take control now. I mean, when Korgoth comes out, oh, so we're going to have to get through the dragon. So the dragon is basically what the Rayleigh put. So it basically is just like a large minion. It basically comes into play, and basically, yeah, it's basically is what it is. It's going to be a bit dicey here. Okay, so we're in Man Frenzy, so that's something. Okay, so it's basically can Korgoth take the top lane and you can come back when we get rid of the dragon. If we get rid of the dragon, I feel we are going to get rid of the dragon here. He's got spirit on it and he's healing it. We're trying to get it down. I'm going to do my best to help get rid of it. Does the dragon down? Once the dragon's down, I think we'll stabilise because it's looking like we need to get through this push. Alright, that's fine. Korgoth went down on the way, but like it's fine. We're in Mana Frenzy, so like I'm basically just going to play things. We've got double sniper out. Love this sniper. It's probably my favourite unit in the game. Stixie, by the way, it's not a regular sniper. It's the legendary version. I think it's good. The range on it's insane. Right, I feel this is over now. Right, so we're X1 now. Alright, we'll carry on going and see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying it. Hopefully it's coming out good. I'm just getting used to these kind of style of gameplay videos. And as I say, this is my second video for Minion Masters anyway, so I'm going to keep on doing these anyway and see how it goes. Right, so we carry on going and just carry on going until I get the 6 wins or not. Let's see, I'm at 4 wins now. Technically I had another loss because that didn't work. Oh, I meant to mute. Oh, someone sent me a rude message. I can't even get rid of that as well. Alright, so I don't really care anyway, so whatever.
It's Minion Masters! Let the fight commence!
Prepare yourself.
I mean, to say I'm really boring or not, I play to win. I enjoy playing and I enjoy playing various different things. I say I mainly do play this deck. Is it the highest skill cap deck? No, it's definitely not. Is it one I enjoy playing? Absolutely. Don't know if that was the person on the team or not. My teammate or the opposing teammate. I can't actually remember. My teammate's playing as King Puff. That's a blade style, so that's quite a high skill cap card. It's quite difficult to time the things on it. Probably play that even though I don't have Scratch Swarm. I just figured it will take it out. It'll take it out in the first go. We're playing against Diana again and the Archer one. I can't remember the Archer. I should remember. So this is Caliph in the bottom lane. He's a big Imperial minion. There are various different factions in the game. Certain ones. I'm playing Scrats, and there are basically various things that can trigger on it. So basically, it is Imperial. So it has various different factions. So there's various other ones as well, like Zenshi, which is kind of like a jungle-based one. And there's some other ones as well that will come to me. A Void, Crystal Elf. So there are various different buildings in the game. So this is the crossbow one. It makes a load of range minions that come out of it. I just got sent a message. It was about Minion Masters as well. It was probably just the new season's out. I've already claimed all the stuff. I've got the season pass. I've got the I did the code they give you and stuff. So I'm all set for the season anyway. This push here is looking quite strong on their point. I'm seeing that hopefully we can stabilise. Alright, we got through that push then, so we can we stabilise now? We're on about half it. Okay, so I'll start with this building. Hopefully it'll take out the crossbow thing. I'll be then summoning my large minion in the top lane. Yeah, my minions are good against a load of things. That thing's not great against a load of small minions. The Puff Knight's coming down, which is what like associated with the Puffs and King Puff. Let's say generally, I think most people who play this game are quite nice and helpful, and as I say, quite a lot of my friends that I've got outside of real life are on Steam from this game. So they've got Jahoon in the top lane with the healing thing behind it. This is looking worse now. Survive. Oh, we're in mana frenzy. If we stabilise here, we might be okay, but it's looking bad. Just summon defensive things to try and take the ball. Nope. didn't get it. Alright, I think that's probably it. I feel that's a 4-2. 4-2 on the guild conquest. Alright, so we're going to show you some things, basically. So that was things. So I'm just under gold rank. Alright, so I'm going to get... okay, so I went 4-2. Let's show you some of what I unlocked on the pass. So I unlocked all these things. So I've got X tiers, so I'll show you what I got. Just going to claim them. Shards, that's basically used to craft cards. Each one has got a thing that's an avatar, so it's just like a badge you put on your player profile. An emote. Some common cards. Basically, when you have all the cards, you basically just get shards, and you can use the shards to upgrade cards, but that only contributes to season renown. And that's basically what all it will do in this game. And you can craft cards if you want. Stormbringer's the archer. There we go, now I remember. And we've got loads of tokens. Alright, so I'm going to open all the tokens. Let's see how many legendaries I get. So that's 25 shards. 50 shards. 125, that was a epic. 50 shards. I'm probably going to have most of these things. 50 shards. Anyway, this is the start of the new season. So each season is basically like a month. Each season has a season pass. And each season pass has various rewards on it. Basically, every 3 seasons... So it's basically like a block used to be in Magic. Each season is made up of... Okay, so that was a good one. So I just pulled a legendary. That's Wheel of Doom. I've already had them, but that's the last one I needed to get. Put it on maximum renown. So each one has... It's basically like a mini... It's a larger season is made up of 3 months, basically. And each of these has a different kind of thing and the main theme associated with the season. So this one is all about the Stout Hearts. And there's 2 new cards for this month. Anyway, each of them... And every 3 months, they give away, effectively, they give away some content. So if you check on the Steam shop, they normally give away something. Anyway, the game is free to play with to start with anyway. And it's not very expensive, even if you buy the season pass. So, I mean, I think it cost me £4 this month. I'll just go through these and see what they are. So far, we got a Wheel of Doom and some other stuff. Second sniper. Right, so that's basically all we've got. I mean, so thanks very much for watching. I hope like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, so I'll keep on doing these videos, and I'll do some other gameplay for some other videos. Alright, thanks to my people in my guild. We are Barry. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye.